On Monday night, thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, James Harden moved past Larry Bird on the career points list. Harden said, passing one of the greatest ever is a great honor. I just got to continue to build because at the end of the day, I want my name to be mentioned with those greats. Well, it already is. Guys?
I agree, David. Every word of it. Absolutely. Thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. In the backcourt, it's Dinwiddie and Beal. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Gafford in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Nets, front-court spots filled by Durant and Griffin. Harden out there with Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
No, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
Now, Dinwiddie. James Harden missing on the 3. Floats one. Here's Gafford. The shot missing. Durant with some nice D. Harden the pass to Durant. Launches it. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Here's Washington now. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
First foul. First team foul.
Here's Gafford. And Harden comes to help. Dinwiddie finds Kuzma. The Wizards working the ball around now. And that one's good. Hachimura.
Now this is the confidence you love seeing from Hachimura. Shooting without any hesitation. Nice.
Most NBA players are stars, Greg, once they start college basketball. But that was not the case with Rui Hachimura.
And coming over from Japan, there was an adjustment period for Rui, averaging just 2 points per game as a freshman. But he really grew his game in college. As a junior, Hachimura was a conference player of the year, turning himself into a top 10 pick in the 2019 draft.
And Brooklyn making a change. Brown's checked in.
Look at the precision from Bill. It's just incredible. He loves slashing his way through the D with his ball.
Outside for Griffin. Back to Brown. Outside Durant. Inside, here's Claxton, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, we don't often talk enough about KD's playmaking. I mean, he's a team player. He loves hitting his open guys.
Here's Dinwiddie. Beal trying to break loose.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And a wide open look for Hachimura. And Gafford throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Harden against Dinwiddie. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
This is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love him.
Now, here's Kuzma. Harden missing his last shot. Kuzma outside. Kept alive. Passes to Hachimura. Beal gets a wide open look. Misses the 3. Nets trailed by 5. It's Durant on the wing. He's covered by Hachimura. Shoots over Hachimura. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Beal, and Griffin sends it back.
Oh, you want more of this from Griffin. There's no question he has the size and vertical to block shots.
The second effort. In deep, Gafford drops it in. Gafford's got 6.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Here's Claxton. Outside, KD. Here's Brown. Outside for Griffin. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Wizards. They lead by 7. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And it seems like it worked out for him.
No question. And his mother coached him up. So some all-around sports talent in the Beal family.
Next foul.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Aldridge out there with James Johnson. Then there's Carter. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Mills in at the 1. Stolen by Carter. It's Aldridge high post. That one falls.
Always a nice option to have Aldridge with you on the break. The big man can do some damage on the go.
Caldwell Pope passes to Bertens. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from three-point range. Now for Washington.
Another in the long line of big men who can drain the 3. That makes him a very tough cover.
Mills dishes to Aldridge. Harris, right side. On the wing, Johnson. Carter outside. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Shoots over Gafford. And the rejection by Gafford. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Nets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Harrell's checked in. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And the wide open shot from Avdija. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Avdija's got his first points of the night. Greg, you know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They're doing great work on the boards in the early going, especially at the offensive end. Those second chance points are starting to add up.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And the second free throw, good.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Mills with it, now guarded by Harrell, and he gets the bucket. Mills has got it back down to single digits for the Nets.
The inbound play works to perfection. You gotta love to hit those quick hitters.
It's Tipped, stolen by Carter. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. With the shot. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist from Carter.
This is his game. Millsap continues to make an impact with his ability to shoot the ball.
Here's Kispert. Johnson with the block. Here's Carter. Pass to Harris. Unable to get that one. And it's Washington the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Harden comes in for Patty Mills. And a change for the Wizards. Beal's checked in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play.
Well, at times, Bill pulls off ridiculous dunks. You have to respect how powerful he is.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Harden's shot is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Down low, there's Harrell, and Harrell shoots it in.
Well, it's all about the playmaking of Bill. I mean, it's continuing to evolve. Fantastic at realizing when his guys are uncovered.
Good on the shot. Harden's got 5 points so far.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Harden the pass to Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Eat your point guard. Harden stirs the drink for you as effectively as he scores.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
And he drives in. Oh, he jams it right over Corey Kispert. Wow.
Boy, that's just fantastic concentration by Harden. Taking the hit like a champ. Draining the shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line, James Harden. And at the line, one side.
Free throw good, James Harden.
Not only is James Harden MVP winner, I mean, the Beard has finished second a handful of times. I mean, one of the true franchise players in this league.
Count that bucket. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's Harden with the drive. Brown inside the line. No good on the last second attempt there.
Bill has quick instincts on D. He's fantastic at getting his hands up to contest shots.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they was important, man. We got to keep them on the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket, and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy. Kind of like Shaq Suit.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
This kind of defense won't cut it. You have to get yourself in position to contest shots. This means making the right moves and putting forth the effort. They've done neither, and the opponent is taking advantage.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
So on the floor for Washington. In the backcourt, it's Dinwiddie and Beal. Rui Hachimura out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Gafford in at the 5 spot.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Harden finds Griffin with the drive, and Griffin slams it in.
The agility Griffin possesses, are you kidding me? He's superb at using his speed to gut the defense to pieces.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Wizards.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
Now here's Durant. Harris passes to Claxton. Back to Harris for the lead. Rebound by the Wizards. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
They're on target from the start of the half. They're moving well, they're getting some good shots. And that makes him 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So for the Nets, Johnson comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Mills in for James Harden. Bertans, he's checked in for the Wizards. Kuzma outside. Outside, Beal. To the paint, here's Dinwiddie. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Dinwiddie's got 6 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from Patrick Mills. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Bertans with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Beal against Harris. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Shoots over Kuzma. Harris misses. Wizard shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. The 3 from Bertans, and it's Durant with the rebound.
Offensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Love whenever Griffin finishes with power. I mean, sure he's not to be messed with close to the basket.
109 left in the third quarter. To the middle, here's Beal. It's hauled in by Harris.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Johnson, the pass to Griffin. KD on the wing. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. KD's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets. Washington shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Beal from long range drills it from outside. He's got 9.
Well, Beal is a volume 3-point shooter. The defense better get on him. He'll do some real damage.
2 points. That one goes. And the Nets lead by 1.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Kuzma outside. And it's Beal in the corner, and the call will be against Harris. And that'll be his third foul so far. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Griffin. Millsap comes in for Johnson. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Carter in for Patty Mills. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Bertans. Avdia comes in for Rui Hachimura. Kispert's checked in for Kyle Kuzma, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Bradley Beal. And stolen by Harrell. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
I love watching Caldwell-Pope shoot the ball. Just has such beautiful form on the shot.
Carter for 3, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Wizards out front, up by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
When he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. You just need to make the right basketball play. Standing distance.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Brown out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Carter. And it's Harden in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Now, here's Kispert. Back to Harrell. Aldridge with some nice D. Nets trailed by 3. Carter looking around. Aldridge finds Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Carter the pass to Brown. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Here's Avdia. Here's Harrell. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
It's the energy. Montrezl Harrell is fantastic on the offensive board.
Timeout called the Nets.
And coming up, Montrezl Harrell said he patterned his game after the All-Star Zach Randolph. Z-Bo was undersized on paper but was strong as an ox and found angles to finish.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Paul Millsap. Kevin Durant's checked in for Brown. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Javon Carter. And a switcher also for Washington. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey guys, during the last break, I heard Steve Nash talking to his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Harden, no good. And like the great Z-Bo, Montrezl Harrell might be undersized on paper, but Craig, that 7'4" wingspan levels the playing court.
Not to mention his leaping ability. Harrell's more of a dunker, quite honestly, but he also displays that soft touch inside.
Now, Kispert. James Harden missing on the 3. Gafford kicks to Kispert. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Washington making some changes. Hachimura, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Avdia. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Kispert. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
With loudest section, it's going to win the free t-shirt toss. Come on, let me hear ya.
And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn, trailing by 5. Harris finds KD. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Dinwiddie passes to Kuzma. Here's Gafford. Outside, Beal.
Watch the minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
1:58 left in the game. Clock at 6. And the 3 ball is good. And the Wizards lead by 5.
Look, Bill is no stranger to these type of situations. In fact, he demands the ball. when it's a key possession.
Bucket is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score. When you need a big bucket, you were looking for Durant every chance you get. He has delivered so many times in that situation.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Their inside game has been great tonight. So much of their scoring has come from the paint.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
That's good from Durant.
Wrong guy to put on the line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. There's Beal with the three. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. To tie it up. That shot is off. And it's Washington the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. Dinwiddie dishes to Beal. Knocks down the three.
What poise from Beal. Phenomenal at stepping up his game in the clutch.
Dinwiddie against Harden to the inside. It's deflected. And with the ball out of bounds, Dinwiddie touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Man, you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Now here's Durant from deep.
And when Kuzma is motivated on defense, it helps big time. He needs to be more consistent on this end.
From the arc, Brooklyn with the rebound. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Durant against Gafford. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
At the line for the Wizards, Spencer Dinwiddie. Along with 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
They get what they want out of that trip, bro. You know, now a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're down by 4. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Wizards basketball.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's his 3rd push.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Spencer Dinwiddie, shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope. When things get tough, you start to lean on your stars, and Durant always seems to come up with a clutch shot.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
At the line for the Wizards, Spencer Dinwiddie, 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. And an intentional foul right there.
Nicholas Boston, his 4th personal penalty. Shooting for Washington, Daniel Gafford. At the line with 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
Wizards substitutions.
Here's Neto. And so it's the Wizards with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Guys, thanks. Kyle Kuzma, congrats on the win. What were you able to do successfully tonight?
I think as a team collectively, we just got stops and we kind of found a rhythm, offense, and I think we just got it done like that.
Well, that rhythm led to a W, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.